Hi, everybody. Um, Stephanie's running a little late. I don't know about Deanne today. They've got the link in the group, so we'll see. I hope y'all are having a good day. Today, one of my granddaughters has turned 16, and she goes tomorrow. She's 16 or 17. I can't remember with 13 of them. It's hard, y'all. Anyway, she's going Tuesday to get her driver's license. So I thought we're having her party tomorrow, so I won't be live. And I just thought we would make her a nice keychain. She's getting her first car, and I just think it'd be fun. Her name's April. So I picked up this alphabet mold. I just thought it would be okay to use, you know. And not sure what I want to put in it. So I need it a little sideways, kind of, so I can get to the A a little easier. Y'all know what I mean. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see that. But I'm trying to think. She loves sparkle, anything sparkly. So I thought I would do her one with oh, what is it? It's this stuff, this shaved ice. And then I thought maybe I'd put a little bit of glow in the dark in it, or just on the back of it, you know. So I think we're going to do the shaved ice, and then on the back, I'm going to dome it. Well, it'll be the front. I'll dome the front and the back. That's what I'm trying to say. And the back, we'll put the embossing powder, which is Glow Up, and it's at Hobby Lobby. It was not a clearance item. I believe it's $5.99. I never knew they had this before, so I picked it up. But yeah, I think we're just going to do some UV resin with some shaved ice in it, and I think she'll like that. Get plenty in here. That should be enough to do that A. Hi, Norma Kay, honey. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Like I said, I was expecting um, Stephanie and Deanne. I haven't heard from Deanne. Stephanie is finishing dinner. We were live on Deanne's channel yesterday. It was her very first ever live, and she had fun. She was a little her audio, but it's like I told her, we all are learning, and you have to start somewhere, right? None of us start out exactly knowing what we're doing when it comes to videos. You know, we didn't go to film school or anything like that, so you're not expected to know it all. Doing good. And how are you? I'm healing. I'm doing better. My hand looks a lot better. I'm still not using these 3 fingers a lot. I'm squeezing with these 2, because if I do with these 3, it hurts back up in here by my wrist still. So, you know, is what it is. My arm a little further up is still draining, and the back of my leg. So, but other than, like I said, the bright side is I have been catching up on videos and enjoying it. So, you know, you got to move on. You can't keep on. It's not healthy. Trying to make sure I get this in there good. I think April's going to love this. I said she'll be getting her first car. She works, and her parents told her whatever she has for a down payment, they will match. So that's awesome. Trying not to drip everywhere. And if I have a little bit left over, I may make my mom a pretty keychain. She's in the other room. She offered to help me mix some regular resin today. And I was like, yeah, just deal with the UV. It'll be okay. Not that big a deal. So, because I don't have the strength in my hand right now to, Mom's name is Joan. So I think I got enough to do a little something for her. She's really been something big help, and, you know, helping me with bandages when Dennis, my husband, isn't around, and taking care of me. So, yeah, make Mom a keychain while we're at it. She's been on me not to overdo it. I get it. I'm trying not to, but sometimes you got to push yourself a little bit. Oh, how are we looking? Oops. Made a bundle. All right, we got that. Let's see if I can get a little more in this one. Kind of. We already got dinner done and over. Hubby's still at work. I don't know what time he'll be in. And the funny thing is, I hadn't had a chance to really talk to Stephanie much today. And she was like, I'm fixing dinner. I'll be in as soon as I can. I'm like, no problem. She said, well, just put the pork chops in. And I'm like, well, that's funny because we had pork chops and green bean casserole and mashed potatoes for dinner. So, yeah, it's good. Like I said, she's really been a lot of help. So, gotta love Mom, right? Okay, let's get that going. I'm going to sit up for a couple of minutes. It's always good when you can sit up for a couple when you're leaning over and your back's bothering you. Y'all know what that's like. Made a couple of little pendants. Sorry, getting a drink. Yesterday on Deanne's, I made that one. Isn't that pretty? And I did that one. So I want to add some lace to the back of these, like I did this one. I made this one on a live, and it's got a lot of where you can see all the way through, blank space. So on the back, I put lace, and it came out so cool, and you can see the lace all the way through. So I want to do that with those, and I put some lace on that one after I did the silver on the back because it didn't have the blank space where you could see through. So what are y'all crafting or doing? I'm pretty sure not everyone's a crafter, and you know, it's a habit for us when we're live to, what are you making? What are you doing? Because we're crafters. It took me a minute to figure out how to get my camera going today. I don't know what the deal with it was, but seems to be working okay now. And after we get done going through one cycle on this, I'm going to flip it over and do another cycle on the back. So I know they're cured well, because, you know, if anything's covered with that UV resin, it won't cure proper. So I'm going to put them that way and turn it on again. But I think these will be fun for them. And I've got the little screw-in eye hooks. And I'm trying to think what else. I think I've got some chains somewhere. If not, I will find some. But I've got some jewelry stuff. I just don't know exactly where it's at right the moment. And that happens. You know, I tell them, okay, love mom. You have to love mom and enjoy them while you have them. Lost my mom 4 years ago. I thought about trying. You ought to try it. And yeah, I lost my dad. I think it's almost 7 years ago. It was a freak accident. 3 of us went fishing and only 2 of us came home. My dad fell and hit his head, and he passed right then and there of blunt force trauma. And it was hard. It was very difficult because my dad he wasn't a sick person. He was very healthy, outgoing. He still worked. And ever since then, I've taken it upon, well, me and my husband, upon ourselves to take care of my mom and make sure she's got everything she needs and wants. And, and if you want to try resin, and you need help, give me a holler. I'm more than willing to give you a hand. I'm going to let that cool. Now, that resin is very hot. So, and that's another thing I want to let y'all know. If you do resin, UV resin, and you get a little bit on your skin and you reach under that light for any amount of time, it gets hot. So don't get resin on your skin by accident and then reach under your UV light, because it will burn you. All right, that's good on that side. So now I think I'm going to be able to, I don't know, to pop them out and dome them or dome them from the in. And I think I'm going to pop them out to dome them. But resin's fun. You just gotta, but air's not your friend. Bubbles are not your friend. You're going to get bubbles, micro bubbles in a lot. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just the nature of the beast. There's a lot of techniques you can do with resin that, you can't do with other things. So, and you can make jewelry. You can, just so much stuff. My friend Stephanie, she has a small alphabet mold, and she's going to start making them into earrings, which I thought was very cool. All right, let's move that out of the way. And we have our A and our J, and they need to be domed on the front. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do the back with the stuff. So I get another cup. And these little medicine cups come in so handy. But, it's not something you have to have. Hey, Stacy, how are you, honey? I'm sorry I didn't catch you right away. I have my little, it's a USB fan, and it's sitting up on my laptop, kind of facing me a little bit, but not right on me. And it kind of blocks chat a little bit, so I do apologize. I'm in Georgia, and it's not hot, but it's humidity, muggy, kind of. So, okay, trying to think how much I'm going to need to do the back of both of them. That should be enough. That should be plenty. So what are you up to, Stacy? And let's put a little bit of this. It won't take a lot. But boy, does it glow. Let me tell you. This stuff has some glowing power to it. I was really impressed when I seen it glowing. First time I ever used it. I made some crystals. And they're pretty cool. I can tell you. Okay. Mix it up good. And let's see. I'm looking for something that I can use. Oh, to move that on. And I don't see anything. Let me see. I've got to have something up here that I can just kind of sit this stuff on. So when I go to move it, I don't bump it too much. And I don't want anything that it'll destroy. So we'll try that. I can get that up under there. It'll be okay. And we're going to dome the back. And I don't want to slop it around. I want it. I should put on my glasses. I'll bet you. Yep, I need glasses. I don't wear them all the time, but sometimes just for that. Your grandson just texted me and said they just got to Georgia, headed to Disneyland, left Ohio this morning. Oh yeah, they'll be exhausted when they get to Orlando. They still have quite a drive ahead of them because I think it's like 2 hours from the Tennessee-Georgia line before you even get to Atlanta. So it's quite a drive. We go to my sister's, or if we go up to Stephanie's, we don't, if we go to my sister's, we go up through Atlanta and around that way and up Mount Eagle and through Murfreesboro, things like that. But if we go to Stephanie's, we go through the mountains up around Virginia and stuff like that. It's just trying not to overdo here. And you have to remember, UV resin, it shrinks up. So if you're doing UV, remember, it does have shrinkage. All right, that looks pretty good. So let me move this over here. I don't want any of my UV light hitting it. You know what I mean? Yeah, one nut so far. I thought for sure that Deanne was going to be in. I haven't seen her yet. And I already told him that you're fixing dinner, Stephanie. So, but I'm making April's keychain for her birthday tomorrow. And I'm using the glow in the dark on the back and the glitter on the front. I think that'll be cool. Hi, Marina. I got a good bit done today. I was able to get my sheets washed, and Mom helped me get my bed remade because I can't, once I get 3 corners on, I can't pull the sheet enough to get it over that 4th corner. It's hilarious, you guys. So, is what it is, right? I've already got dinner done, out of the way, got the dishes done. Hubby comes in, he can fix his plate, and then I can put it all away. And I've even got him, because I'm hot, but I'm going through, I have those tropical vacations. That's why I have my fan on. Um, he has to have the heat on, and I've got a fan on. So it's crazy. I've got him some hot water already done in the electric teapot. So when he comes in, he can have his cup of tea to warm him up. It can be 70 degrees, and that man is freezing to death. It's hilarious. Okay, there's that one. Let me move it off to the side. And let's see. Yeah, that's the back. And unplug this because I don't want it popping on by accident when I don't need it on and curing my resin too quickly. I have just been in a horrible funk lately and aggravated because I can't really do what I want to do. And I'm just annoyed with everything right now. I know that's horrible, but when you can't do what you want to do and you're used to being able to do it's hard to make yourself say, no, I can't do that right now. I've got to wait. And just been in a funk. So I thought, I got to do something. I know they're probably tired of seeing resin, but right now I can't use scissors that well to do any of the paper crafts that I normally do. I can't do beadwork right now. There's just so much little things that you don't think about, that I can't do. So you're stuck with resin for a while. I can't even do the polymer clay right now because I can't crank my machine. Like I said, it is what it is, y'all. How's that looking? Like I said, you got to remember now, UV resin shrinks. So if you've got a sharp edge or something, make sure you're up on it. I think I got that pretty good. Let me turn it a little bit. Sometimes you got to turn to have a look, and that looks pretty daggum good. So turn that back on. Move that UV out of the way. I know, find the electric one. It's in one of those tubs out off the front porch on the covered patio somewhere. It's just going out there, and I can't even lift the tubs to move them out of the way to go through them to find out which is which. So, pain in tail. Let's just be honest. So, how's dinner coming along? What did you find? She'll tell me what she found. Stephanie found something she was looking for. What did I do to do that? Oh my. Okay. I don't know how we got a blob on there, but I got to get rid of it. And then I'll just put a little clear over it. I don't know if it fell on it and then the light from the UV went over and messed with it. But I have a blob over here that we've got to get off. And I'm really trying to do this without cutting my finger. So hang on. This is crazy. Yeah, we got it. We got it. It'll be all right now. I'll just put a little clear over the top and you'll never know. Okay, how's this one? See, that one looks great. Looks good. I'm going to go under just a little bit longer while I check this one out a little more. Like I said, it's resin. If it isn't cured, you can kind of use a blade and scrape it off, and it won't show. What did I do? I have no clue what's going on here. Okay. I need some rubbing alcohol. To clean it up. And then we'll be able to resin right on over it again. I'm waiting on this one to cure a little bit longer. And the glow in this is amazing, you guys. You'll be shocked at how much it glows. And we still got to dome that side, which won't take long. And then we have to dome the other side of the A yet. Oh, hang on one second. Yeah, what did you find, Stephanie? You need outside? Do you want to go out? Okay, I guess not. I thought the dog wanted to go out. Stephanie, what did you find, dear? Okay, we got that. I'm going to add a clear coat over this. Since I had to sand it off a little bit, it'll bring it right back. So, and I love this resin like this. I picked it up quite some time ago at Hobby Lobby, and I just keep refilling the bottle. I like the polished part, you know, it's easy to deal with. And let's see, we got a little bit in our opening here, so we're going to trim that out. Oh my goodness. Just got to work with it a little bit. The resin ran down in the center part of the A, and I don't want that. I want to get it out of there. So, oh my gosh. There it goes. It's not very thick. It's just the strength that it takes to do this right now is crazy. There. Now we got it. That's fine. That's good. Wasn't a lot. Like I said, it was just 300 bezels. The ones like I just picked up, probably. All right, that looks good now. Not worried about that. And we got to dome this side now. But I'm going to wait on that because I don't want to mess up my resin. Haven't had a chance to clean them up yet. Came out like that too. Yeah, I need one of those deburring tools. So that's going to be so cool. All right. So now pull this back out of here so I can UV the top of this one and dome it. Gives it that real pretty shine. And wherever you had to deburr or, get anything off, it'll shine it right back up. You'll never notice it. And when you're doing resin, look around it. It'll help because you may missed a little spot here or there. And where is my little pokey tool? My goodness. It's not in that. Okay. I'll use my tweezers. Anyway, look at it from the side and it'll help you if you have any little gaps or anywhere where it didn't butt right up to the edge like you wanted. But you have to get down level with it and you'll be able to see a lot better. You can't look down on it and really tell. And this will let you see if you're right up to that edge. If you're running down your edge. And look how pretty. You see that sparkle? So let's get that back under now. And then we still got to do this one. And then I can get the little hook thing in. And these, the back of them, will glow. And they glow really good. So, oh, sometimes they do get the burrs on them. Sometimes they don't. You can have a day where everything goes along perfect for your resin. You have no problems. Then you can have days where, and it kind of depends on how hot or cold your home or where you're doing them are. Because if it's cold, it's not going to do as well. If it's too hot, it's going to cure a lot faster. So there's different, situations to resin. And you just learn what works best in your environment. So, but yeah, I think a keychain for her birthday, since she'll be getting her car in the next couple of weeks. Hey, Dawn, how are you, honey? Haven't seen you in a little while. I said, just came on to make a couple of keychains. It was actually one for my granddaughter. And get a video up for y'all. Let you know we were live last night on Deanne's. I did put the link in my community tab. So, tomorrow I will not. There's no way I'm going to be live tomorrow because we're going to my daughter's, like I said, for April's birthday. And it's just too much to try and go there and get back and get everything set up. So I won't be live tomorrow. Been a crazy week or so. I understand that. my daughter lives, it's about 20 some miles from here. So it's a trip. And, the whole family gets together for these birthday gatherings. And time you visit a little bit, and it's just too much back and forth, and then trying to get a live up. So no live, definitely tomorrow. But Monday, and don't forget Tuesday is my birthday, and we're going to be live and hanging out. And then we'll go into Kathy's and play bingo. I love playing bingo. And I will probably try to go live on Monday. I'm trying to look. Oh, there it is. I thought I had a little low spot. The way the light was hitting it, it was hard to tell. So that looks pretty good. I think there's one right there. All right, we got it all. Plug it back in and go for it again. Yeah, your 300 bezels. Are they like the ones I just ordered? Because I only ordered 100. Steffi's trying to hang out and participate and cook dinner. So she's got her hands full right now, y'all. That A is so cool. And I'm going to see if I can show you guys just how much they glow in the dark here in a minute. Because they really do. Okay. Just a couple of more minutes. Let me get this light turned off, because I have to stand up to do it. And then I'll turn off the big one, and you guys will get to see just how they glow. Because I don't have a lot of light on in here. Your dyslexia is kicking in. No, mine are round. Mine are round, not oval. So your ovals, are they big enough to do these? Because I've got to order some for those yet. Okay, guys, this is about to go off. And let me turn this off. And do you see it? The J is glowing also. Where'd it go? Yeah. So they do glow pretty good. It's not picking up all the glow, is it? I've got a little bit too much light. So, but yep, they'll glow in the dark and they look so cool. Let me turn my lights back on. Oh, big enough for the small oval, you think? Well, this is the big oval, so I don't have the small one. All right, so those a little bit warm. I'm going to let them cool, and then we're going to put the little hooks in that I'll have to get the chain for them. So April's going to love that. Really think she'll like it. So now, since I got that finished, this one still feels a little odd. It's not really tacky. It just feels weird. I don't know why. I think I'm going to wipe it down with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. See if that helps it. Sometimes if they have a weird feeling after you've cured them, sometimes you can go over them with a little rubbing alcohol And whatever that kind of film feels like on there, it'll kind of get rid of it. And I think I'm going to give it another coat over this side of UV resin and see if that helps it out. It just, I don't know what the feeling is. It's odd. It cured, you know, it just has a weird feeling. So I'm going to put that up on here. And this is actually J. Diction resin in here. It went empty and I just refilled it. So I'm going to go over this again. I just heard a car, so that may be hubby home. And if it is, y'all, it might get a little loud for a couple of minutes. Nothing I can do about it. The dogs are always very happy to see Hubs when he comes in. You know, they love their daddy. Okay, I'm going to lay that down. And I'm going to try. This is going to be a disaster, I think. Yep, I was right. It's Dennis, home from work.
All right, we pooped it there.
So, let me mute a second and talk to him a minute. Okay, y'all. I had to let him know what dinner was, and of course, now the dogs want to go out. When I offered to let her out, 20 minutes ago, she was like, nope. So, pain in the butts, right? I'm hoping this fixes this. I still want to work on this one. And I'm wondering if I could put that lace on the back. I think that would look so cool on this one. It's got a little burr right there. It's going to drive me nuts. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do is add this lace to the back of that one. And it doesn't take long. And I get these. And they're for fingernails, but they look like lace, you know. So I think pull that one out and we'll use that. They really give a neat effect on the back of things. And all I'm using to attach it is this metal leaf adhesive. And I take and I add, it's got another burr. I did not notice that. That's weird. Okay, that's got it. Okay, so put a little, without the dog hair. Anyway, put a couple of little dots. It doesn't take a lot. And then I just kind of smooth it out to the edge. You don't want it thick because it'll take longer to dry. So, and like I said, it doesn't need to be a thick coat. And where it looks a little thick, just kind of smooth it out. It'll be all right. And let it sit and dry. And then, I can't stand that sticky on my fingers, though. It drives me nuts. So how does this look now? Now I got sticky on me. Yay. Let me rub it off. I'm used to using that Fabri-Tac, so we're used to rubbing glue off our fingers. Okay. And this, oh yeah, that feels a lot better, and it looks good too. It brought a lot of that shine back up. Can you see? So it's got a couple of little burrs. I'm going to just get them off of here. And you can use just a regular little emery board or whatever. It's not too bad. It's not hard to get them off. Just make sure once you get them off, if you don't take it to a sink and rinse them off, just take some rubbing alcohol and a paper towel and make sure you get all that dust off, because you don't want to UV that resin, that dust on your piece. And I'm going to put that adhesive on the back of that as well. Like I said, it won't take a couple of minutes. And then I can move that UV light out of the way for a minute. So we're not going to be using it. Okay. I think I got good coverage on there. I know I'm off camera doing this. I got to hold it where I can see it. So, all right, lay that up there for a minute. Let me move this out of the way. And this. And wait on those two to dry up a little bit. Clean the sticky off my fingers while we're doing that. I don't like the sticky. I love the effect. Okay, Steffi, go eat. I like the effect that it does. I don't like the mess, which a lot of us. That's my mom's little dog barking. I don't know what at. So she does it every day, seems like. Okay, let me move that out of the way. Let me get a drink real quick. They said we're just waiting on these for that little bit of adhesive to dry. Yep, Steffi's going to go enjoy her dinner. And they're almost got a couple of little cloudy spots, but not too bad. And get my scissors. So it doesn't take a whole lot of this. And let's see. Go right about there. And go right about here. And I can get this put away. And it's just like using, where is it? If y'all have used the deco foil and you put it down pretty side up and you rub and then you rip it off. It's the same way with this stuff. Like I said, it's just a fingernail decoration is all it is. I get it from Temu, and it's either like $2 or $3 for a box. So it's not expensive, and it gives you a really neat effect. So this one looks pretty good now. Let's see. And you only get one shot at getting it down where you want it and ripping it off, because once it's stuck, it's stuck. You can't pick it up and move it because it's the double-sided adhesive. And I always wonder if I put the right side down. So hang on a minute and I'll tell you. I don't think I did. Yes, I did. I did. I got the right side down. So, and if you don't, then take it off. Clean your adhesive off and make sure you mark the right side. And then all you have to do is put the adhesive back down, let it get clear again, and go for it again. You know, we're all prone to making mistakes. And rub it really good. You want it down on there. You don't want it any air bubbles underneath. You want to make sure it's nice and flat. And I always put a clear coat over the back, over it. See how neat? Can you see that on there? Gives a little bit of a lace effect. And it came off of there. So I'll be putting a coat of UV resin over that. Mix them. So if you turn them into a pendant and they flip around, they're just as pretty on the front as they are on the back. Now this one I'm going to try and, well, it's down there as close as I can get it. I did miss one little spot up here, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this piece and push it down and rip it off, and it won't even show now. You'll never know. And there you go. Got that on the back of that one, and it looks so cool. Really cool. So now we can UV the back of those and save these, because these little tiny pieces, you know, if you do a little pair of earrings or something, you can use them on that. Don't throw it away unless you're positive you're not going to use it. Okay. What did I do? Here it is. So I'm going to put them up on here so it'll be easier to move around. I'm going to have to get out another bottle of resin, I think. All right, that looks pretty good. Let me have a look from the side. Oops. Nope, I got a hole. I have a spot right here that needs filled in. Come on. They said I'm going to have to get out another bottle, I think. And there was a little crevice down here somewhere. So, like I said, lift them up and have a look to make sure that you're right out to your edges. And you won't be able to do it if you don't pick it up and look at it. So that one looks good. Get it under the shoot, under my UV light. I guess it is kind of a heat lamp. It does get hot. And let that cure now. And we're not going to be on here a whole lot longer. Like I said, I just really wanted to make the keychain for my granddaughter. I think she'll love having something I made with her when she's driving. something they'll always remember. I remember my very first keychain. I don't know if any of y'all do, but it's something that's kind of special to you when you get your first driver's license and you get the keys to the car. I don't know how many of y'all remember even your first car, your first time driving by yourself. It was quite exciting. I had to turn this fan off. It's blowing right on my head. So, oh, would you stop? See, it's got a short, I think. Well, I know it does. It's got to. I'm going to have to get a new UV light. As much as I hate to, would you please stop? Okay, maybe it'll quit now. I am not touching the cord. I've got to have, it's possessed or it's going out on me. Now, Stephanie has been making the Indian headdress things that hang in your car on your mirror. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Those are so cool. And she did 2 or 3 yesterday in Deanne's live, and they were so pretty. So and Deanne took the video down, y'all. Her audio was so messed up, she felt, that she didn't want to leave it up. And her husband were working on her audio. So I felt bad for her. I took, there was no need for her to take it down. We made it work. But, she's like the rest of us. She wants things to be right. Oh, that's going to be nice. See how nice and... Oops, sorry about that, y'all. I'm learning still. But it looks like lace on the back. And then it's got that on the front. That would be a pretty pendant. And if it flips, you got a decoration. So let's get this one done now. Yes, I unplugged it. And let's get this little bit of resin to come down the bottom. I know it's low. I've got 2 other bottles. And I'm going to have hubby order more because I got aggravated with it yesterday. I said I didn't like it. I don't like it for certain things. And then some things, it works great. But it's no better than any of the others when it comes to doing dried flowers, because I have done dried flowers with my cheapy resin from Hobby Lobby. I've done it with the resin from Joann's, and it's no better when it comes to doing dried flowers. It's going to have air bubbles. I guess that's just the nature of the beast. I'm turning it, looking, making sure I'm filled in all the way around, and I am. So I can get it under the lamp now and turn it on. So, you got to find what works with what and just go with it. And if it works good on certain items, like doing things like this, it's great. You're going to get air bubbles, I guess, when you do the dried flowers, no matter what resin you use. So it is what it is. And we all get aggravated when we put so much time into doing a piece and we think it's perfect. And when we get it out and we go to really look at it and it's got an air bubble where we didn't, want air bubbles. Sometimes air bubbles are good. It depends on what you're doing. Now, Deanne's been doing the technique where you get the bubbles with the dish soap and you put it on your UV resin and then cure it. And it gives a really neat texture. And that looks great. So, there's a lot of techniques you can do. I'm still trying to figure out the swirling where it does the feathering. I poured some stuff the other day and it didn't work. So I have them over here, some of them, but I didn't get the swirl technique that I was looking for. I mean, they're pretty, but they're not feathering. So, it's trial and error. Like I said, we're going to wait on this to finish, and then I'm probably going to get off. I've already been on for an hour, and I usually don't go over an hour when it's just me. Now, if there's 2 or 3 of us, we do go over the hour. We're chit-chatting, and we're all making things and showing, and there's a difference than when I'm just by myself. So anyway, we're almost done. All I have left to do on these now in the morning will be to add the little eye hook and get their chain on them, and those are done. So I'm happy with that. And I got to, of course, stop by the bank because you always give money to the grandkids for their birthdays and stuff, right? And I quit doing presents because I don't know what they're going to like from one to the other anymore. And it's just easier to give them a little bit of cash, to be honest. They can go get what they want then. And you don't have to worry about a receipt for a return or anything like that. It's just so much simpler. But anyway, y'all, that's pretty much what I wanted to come on and do today was the keychains. This was just a little extra. Isn't that pretty? The back of that looks so cool. I love the way that looks. And it's so pretty. And like I said, this is the one I did yesterday. And right there, oops, there's an air bubble. And I worked on those flowers, getting them wet, with the resin and stuff. And there's air bubbles along here. I moved them around. They shouldn't have had air bubbles, and they did. And it was just so disheartening. But it's part of it, and I've got to learn to deal with, when I get things that don't do like I want them to do. So, and it's something else when you know you did it right, and it's still mucked up on me. But anyway, y'all, I thank you for coming in and hanging out. I hope you enjoyed watching the keychains, and get you some glow powder if you're going to try it. It's called Glow Up embossing powder. You can use that in your resin. There's so much stuff you can use in resin. But y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you Monday. Like I said, I will not be live tomorrow. So stay safe, everybody. Bye, y'all.